President.
Majority Whip.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that the quorum call be vitiated.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, the American people reject what is going on here, and that is the Schumer shutdown. We are now in day 7 of the Schumer shutdown. 7 days of wasted time and growing hardship on the American people. There's a new Harvard-Harris poll that had just come out, and it makes it loud and clear. And what's loud and clear is that 7 in 10 voters in America oppose the government shutdown. Americans overwhelmingly say Democrats should accept a continuing resolution at the current levels of funding until the actual spending bills are passed. And it's interesting, Mr. President, because 13 times in the Biden administration, the Democrats did exactly that. And it's the thing they're refusing to do right now. Americans don't want their government closed. They want it open. They want it to work for them. They want a nation that is safe and secure and prosperous. And they're sick and tired of Democrats holding them hostage with partisan and unreasonable demands. What did the Democrats want? What did their demand letter say? It said they want free health care for illegal immigrants. This is opposed by an overwhelmingly large number of Americans. The Democrats shut down the government, and they think they're hurting President Trump. In fact, the Schumer shutdown is hurting people all across America. Across this country, Americans are feeling the pain. There's headlines that tell the story, and I have a few here, Mr. President. One in New York says, quote, "Government shutdowns threatens food access for Long Island's most vulnerable." Another in Nevada says, quote, "Government shutdown threatens food stamps, jobs, national security." In New Jersey, one reads, "Hospital at home, telehealth programs are on hold amid government shutdown." And in New Hampshire, quote, "At least 1,800 New Hampshire federal workers to be furloughed or fired during shutdown." They're not statistics. These are families, these are our troops, these are seniors, these are veterans, these are mothers with young children, working families, patients, all across the country. And the stresses upon American families are mounting during the end result of the Schumer shutdown. Paychecks for our service members, well, they run out in days. Reports already show there are signs of financial distress. Every day this shutdown continues, the damage drags on. Financial stress will lead to financial crises for many families. Temporary hardships will lead to lasting harm. The American people don't want it, they can't afford it, they want it to end. Democrats have now voted 5 specific times to keep the government closed. And all you need to do is read their ransom note. Democrats demanding taxpayer-funded health care for illegal immigrants. And who do they want to hurt in the process? They want to cut the funding for rural hospitals in my state and yours. That's how they want to pay for the health care for illegal immigrants. That's their price to reopen the government, to get back to the normal workings of Washington and our government. And as a result, the Democrats are holding the American people hostage. There's a simple solution to the shutdown. The House passed a clean continuing resolution, current spending levels, bipartisan support to fund the government through November 21st. Why November 21st? Well, I just heard the minority leader say that there's been no discussions between Republicans or Democrats on the continuing resolutions. Well, in fact, there has been, and it's the deadline date of November 21st. Because the chair and the ranking member of the Senate Appropriations Committee and the House Appropriations Committee all said they needed 7 weeks to finish the bipartisan work on the appropriations bills. So yeah, Senator Collins, Senator Murray, they worked together on the clean continuing resolution. It's interesting because what we see are the Democrats fearing the wrath of their far left wing of their party. That's why they're not voting to open the government. The clock continues to tick. Every day Democrats hold out is another day wasted. Another day we ought to be making sure that the government is open. I hear that the Democrats say they want to negotiate. Well, open the government, we're ready to negotiate. Every day Democrats choose to keep the government closed is another day spent ignoring and rejecting the priorities of the American people. If Democrats actually want to negotiate, they would reopen the government today. It is that simple. So today, Mr. President, we're going to vote for the 6th time on a clean, continuing resolution, something Democrats approved 13 times when Joe Biden was president. Senate Democrats have a choice. Vote yes to end the Schumer shutdown, or vote no and tell the American people why their pain and their opinion just doesn't matter to the Democrats. Let me end where I begin. 7 in 10 Americans oppose this shutdown. Americans overwhelmingly say Democrats should accept the clean continuing resolution that we are voting on here today. American people have spoken. They want their government open, and they want it open now. It's time that the Democrats listened to them. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield the floor. Suggest the absence of a quorum.
Clerk will call the roll.
Ms. Alston Brooks.